we have been joined by Wigan-based band Brother. Yeah.
I wish I was a part.
So we'll start. Where are you all from?
Wigan.
Applebridge, Wigan.
Ellesmere Port.
Let's go.
And Wigan.
Wigan. See, at least you got the majority is a good score.
Me and you, Hunt. Me and you.
Two outsiders.
Two outsiders.
Was it hard to accept insiders in to your little Wigan clan?
You better ask these two.
You were very careful
no,
on
we
the side.
we were just after the best, and we got the best, and that was
Fantastic, we're at it.
There's a very politician answer that.
Yeah, it's very neutral, Phil. Very neutral.
So if you're asked to do a big gig and support one of your favourite artists, what would your walk-on song be?
Do you know what?
As a band decision or individual? Oh, yes, right.
No, not song.
So just like any song?
Yeah, any
it's
song.
almost like as if you were a wrestler and you were coming out. It's that sort of thing. What's your walk-on tune?
I've had this picked for years.
I have as well. I normally will be walking down the street and I'll go, I'm going to put on my song and picture myself. Mine would be The Ecstasy of Gold. Have you ever heard that?
Metallica?
No. Well, do you know how they come on? It's like,
oh yeah.
That one.
Okay.
That's
you do
what
one more time.
Is
this for the band or individual?
Individual.
This is just for Curtis, isn't it? Him coming out on his own.
Mine would be Pour Some Sugar on Me Def Leppard because
Yeah.
it's a tune.
It's classic walk-on as well. That's what you imagine someone walking onto.
Oh, but that makes me feel bad now because that means it's common. There needs to be something else. But that is my jam. That's my jam.
I'd do Give Me Shelter, I think, by the Rolling
Oh yeah.
That's a lovely
That's a really good one.
That's really good.
Thanks, guys.
We need to do better.
What?
We need to do better.
Sergio's Holly,
Do you know what? It might be common, but I'd rock it. So I'm sticking with
You
it.
like that song? That's a bit of you, so...
I think I couldn't think for ages, but I think I'd go for Lagrange.
Oh,
ZZ
ZZ
Top.
Top tune. Yeah.
Come on, Danny, waiting on you.
No
It's like one of those things where I'm like, can I just not use a wrestler's theme music?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stone Cold Steve.
That's really good.
Would you bring the beers out?
I was really expecting 619 then.
The limited liver that you have.
I think the bassist for the 1975, I think on Halloween he came out to the Undertaker's theme and he came out in full and he came through the crowd. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The 90s Attitude Era rolling.
Yeah.
No,
like the
old
dong,
old
yeah.
school.
Yeah.
The dong.
The dong. You hear
The dong.
The dong on the dong. Someone's got to have it.
You don't need to do any like bleeps or anything for that. The dong is
If you're just tuning in, just go back like 30 seconds.
It all depends on context, don't worry about it.
Okay, well, what is your favourite gig that you've ever played?
Oh, we actually agreed at this at Christmas, didn't we? It was unanimous.
after tomorrow gig we'll play.
It's the same gig actually, Manchester Academy it was.
Yeah.
Are you playing Academy tomorrow?
Academy 3 tomorrow. We played there as a support last July and then we're headlining tomorrow.
Brilliant. At one point our question would be, have you got any upcoming gigs? So brilliant. Tomorrow.
Shameless plug.
I'm not sure
absolutely.
if this is going to be out before tomorrow. So, have you got any gigs coming up in the next few months?
Never looked at me.
Yeah,
we've got Field Line in Wigan on the 9th, we've got E-Rooms on the 17th of Feb, and then we've got one more until Curtis goes away for what seems to be like 6 weeks.
Was it that cruise? That's
Cruise.
The last one we've got is a grassroots venue in Atherton called Snug.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good
yeah,
venue. That was
yeah.
there a few weeks
So
back.
headlining that
Really good.
on the 16th.
You know they film all of their gigs. They have like
Yeah.
a 6-7 camera setup.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
like
that's
film
cool.
the
Really
entire
cool.
gig.
Why don't you
on
tell me
YouTube.
that? Because now I can properly prepare my
Yeah.
It's a great venue.
You need to be like a Mick Jagger and get there beforehand and like Test your camera
Yeah.
angles.
Oh, they have every
I
angle.
think we've established from like the pictures that were taken at the weekend that this is not photogenic.
Yeah, I think I am. I wore sunglasses.
You looked really cool.
You always
I
look
had
cool.
sunglasses on.
You always
Well,
look
the stills,
cool.
remember, we've not seen the actual
The
video
problem,
of it yet.
like the problem with being a singer and having pictures taken is that when you get a picture taken and you are singing, your face is quite obviously this is
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to see my face, but it's
Yeah.
like always mid, like
Good.
Honestly, yeah.
Where so you like singers or the drummers? Because it's the drummers that are making all the weird things.
well,
Mine is literally always the same. I'm always going.
he looks like he's.
I always look surprised.
Just gormless.
It's like I didn't know I could do this.
I feel like you always just look quite chilled and like
Yeah. It is,
like a
good,
concentrated chill, like you're just on it. And then you've got you guys who just look dead cool, and you always look quite cool as well. And then I've always just got a really weird face, and it's so annoying. 'Cause I look like that, I'm like,
That's true.
why is my
anyone
chin looking
like
like that? Why is my eyebrow 9 inches higher than the other? Like, what's going on?
You say that, but I can remember when we got the pictures back from Bickerside, and I looked like I don't know what was going on, but I was pulling some
Midlife
mega.
crisis.
It literally was. I was going through all the emotions. It was ridiculous.
It was like a series. It was like 3 or 4 images.
You're going to have to send us these.
Yeah.
And we'll put them
Yeah.
up as soon as you mention them.
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Like, we
After,
both got done dirty there.
Yeah.
Not like us.
No, but the thing is
photographers
though,
did not like us.
you guys probably won't like them, but then like the photographer will be like, oh, that's a sick photo because they're
Yeah.
proper like mid singing or
And
whatever.
I like suppose
You know,
too. It shows that you're into the music, and it might look like the still shots show it as like, oh, it's like a face that's in that moment, when really you watch it live and you see that for like the split second,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
just putting on that
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really, we all just laugh.
So why is it when I'm properly into it, all the pictures just make me look pissed off?
I know, yeah.
Like, I'm always either just glaring at someone, like giving someone like the side eye, or I'm looking at Tom and I'm
The
like,
best one of you is we're independent.
oh, it's
And she
horrendous.
literally looks like a Barbie doll. She's still so straight, and there's no emotion on her face. She's just stoic, and she's just got a tambourine and she's like.
It's just not photogenic. It's not photogenic. It's not a look for me.
No, I just think people just don't like their own photos too. Cause
I think when a
It's,
photographer takes the picture, they're looking at it as a picture, a piece of art. When
No, exactly.
when we look at it, we're looking at it from like a vanity point
Yeah.
of view of like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't look good on that picture.
I'm
Whereas
at
the
the point
photographer's
now
going,
where I
"That's a
don't
great
care.
picture."
I personally don't care, but it's not. I'm not the one singing, so I can understand what they're.
I think what 2 million is that I'm going to be honest here, that but if I see a photographer and I can see the camera looking at me, I will try and look cool.
You'll freeze. You'll go into like sort of.
I'm like, should I smile, should I not? So I'm like looking and I'm thinking that's going to be a great photo, and then I look at it back and I'm like, what's going on? Why does it look like that? Not good.
So where did the name Brother come from?
Killed. And me.
Yeah, so when me and Danny were in a band from high school onwards called
Tell them the name of that.
Cannon fodder.
Cannon Fodder. It was
It's not that bad. In high school, I was in a band called Plumbers on a Sunday.
yeah,
There are worse names.
worse.
Don't worry.
I'm glad that we still were cannon fodder at the time then.
But what happened is we decided to sort of go it alone, as it were, and
Well, it was a case of the drummer that we were using was shite. The bassist that was playing with us decided to, do a full-time job. And it was sort of like a case of me and Kilb, call him Kilb. Me and Tom, as you all know him and love him. No, me and Tom, we started to do it, just me and him, and we always had this thing with this Nolan Gem from Oasis. They did like this thing where Nolan would be on acoustic, Gem would be on electric, and that'd be sort of like
yeah, they did some acoustic.
it's like the
gigs,
idea
basically,
that
and
we went
it
off
was Noel
from there.
Gallagher playing acoustic guitar and singing, and then Gem was lead guitarist. And we got a bit obsessed with those videos,
Yeah, we did.
and we thought we want to
That's
do
what
that.
we can
So
do.
I was playing acoustic guitar, Danny was playing electric guitar, and we sort of went for that sort of thing. That wasn't your question anyway. The question was.
Keep going. Tell us about your history.
But the name came. I was on holiday at the time, and we knew we wanted to start this thing up, and me and Danny were like sending just suggestions back and forth to each other. I had like a big list of
I'd
names.
love to read that conversation.
Well, and I kept sending them, and then Danny was going, nah, I don't like that, or whatever. And then I'd send him one, and he'd go, yeah, I quite like that, and then I'd go, no, I don't actually like that. And then eventually, I think I sent Brother across, and he was like, yeah.
Makes sense.
That's all right, yeah.
Yeah.
And when we used to do gigs, just the two of us, people always used to say, "Are you two brothers?" And I think that was.
Yeah, it was
That's
like
what my initial.
we're called
thought
brother. I think that the thing was the tagline was like we're brother, but we're not actually brothers. Just like had to say it before the gig
everyone
started.
used to think we were
was.
brothers.
That was my initial thought when we first made
Yeah.
contact. Sort of.
Well, I mean,
I think
Not
it
that you're aliens.
No, but I think people draw that conclusion when it's two people who have similar haircuts
similar personalities and humours.
and the band name is called Brother. They'll probably think, oh well, they're clearly
Yeah.
brothers.
Two guys playing.
I think it probably works better as a like now. It has the sense of family. That's what I see it. So I think it works like that. And even though Holly is obviously
sister,
a female, she's still a brother. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I'm one of the guys, let's be honest. Nothing ladylike about me.
It must be hard though coming up with names like. People, when I've spoken to like other bands about it, they've always said there's really no good band name. Like they're all a
Yeah, I
bit
think-
crap.
yeah.
You have to wear it, don't you?
You have
If
to
don't
own
believe
it,
in
yeah.
yourself.
Because like
Doesn't-
Oasis,
I also
like,
think
we're Oasis.
I
That's
think
not just
the
good,
music.
really, is it?
I think
But
the music makes the band name.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
if
exactly,
If
yeah.
you've got a crap band name and your music isn't very good, then the band name won't stand up. But if you've got the music to sort of go,
yeah.
this is who we are, and people like it, then it doesn't matter what you're called, really.
No,
People will just
100%.
accept
Do
it.
you reckon we could change our name to Cold Egg McMuffin and still just?
I think that's probably a step too far. Yeah.
Because one band name I've always just had unreasonable beef with is the Cranberries. Because if we start accepting like the Cranberries, then it's like, oh, we are the apples, we are
That's
banana.
what I mean. The
You know,
name,
it's like-
in the end, the name doesn't matter.
No,
If the music's good, the
yeah.
name doesn't matter.
But like, don't get me wrong, there are some like definitively cool
There's
names.
great
Like
names.
you get like Two Door Cinema Club. Yeah, it's like
I think
that's pretty cool name. That
I
yeah.
think Nirvana's a good
Yeah,
name.
That's a great
class.
I've always thought, especially like
Rolling Stones.
when I've grown up and when I've been in bands and that, I've always felt like a band name should look good if it was at the top of a bill on like a festival
Yeah.
or like
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
a headline
I was
slot.
probably
Like it needs to be catchy, not too long, but it's like catchy and it
Yeah.
makes someone go, oh,
I
Instantly
like that.
recognisable. Like,
Yeah.
I like it when they've got a bit of a story to it as well. You know, like Tom's wearing the Rolling Stones. People like when you think of what a Rolling Stone, when he break it down, what it actually means.
Well, that was
Roll-
named after the Muddy Waters song, Rolling
Yeah.
Stone.
But the
But, yeah,
connotation that goes with it is a
Yeah.
Rolling Stone gathers no moss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sort of the way the scene was of rolling on from one woman to another woman, and that's
Yeah.
the way the songs get created, and it's like
It's just it adds more depth to your band. Because like we've just sat in a 5-minute conversation about the word brother, you know, because there's so many things that you can take from it. Like you said, like I thought you were brothers. Not gonna lie.
yeah.
Look where you are. You've revealed it.
Scottish like bagpipe band called Brother.
I feel like you're as
Yes, there is,
close.
yeah, I think there is.
You're as close to being brothers without being blood, aren't you? Let's
Yeah,
be honest. Like
we've been
you've been
mates
mates
since-
for
It's been
forever.
about
7,
20
yeah.
years, hasn't it?
Yeah, mate, it really has. Oh yeah, bro.
I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah, bro.
It's a long time. We've known each other.
Instant correction.
So you were the founding members.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been playing music together since we pretty much
Just
first met in year 7 of high
understanding, yeah, I
school.
don't know what it was. It's just that instant understanding of music. Like you had song like before we even knew what literal musical and song ideas were about in terms of like lyric writing. We just sit in like your room, just like jam out guitars, like writing stuff down. Like even if it was shit, at the end of it, it's
Most
like
of it was, wasn't it?
yeah, but it didn't deter us, and thanks to your mum and your dad basically going, yeah, this is good stuff. My parents weren't involved in that whatsoever, so it was good that your parents were.
Yeah.
It's like getting that sort of like gratification and not being told that you're shit straight from the off-get. Was
Yeah.
like enough motivation to keep on doing it. To a point that you think you're good, and if you told you shit, you've got too much of an ego at that point.
Yeah.
Anyway, so who cares?
It's like when a 4-year-old draws you and you're like, oh my god, that is amazing. Carry on doing this, and then in 10 years they're like actually
do
drawing.
The same drawing. Do the same drawing. It's like, oh yeah.
Get over it.
How did the rest of you get involved then? How did that? Who came next?
I think Holly was next. because Holly is, we are together.
We are.
She's
We
together.
Is it 1400s?
We are courting. We are courting.
I nearly said she's my girlfriend, but then I thought I don't want to sound like I own her and she's like my property. Like she is my girlfriend.
No, I'm joking.
So we lived together, and Holly started.
I don't think that's any better.
We're dating. We're boyfriend and girlfriend for a few years now, and one thing went further, and I decided to join the band.
So what happened is me and Danny would record a lot of songs, just in like my spare bedroom, and it got to a point where when Holly was living with me, she's obviously a really good singer, so I'd start asking her to put backing vocals on certain songs, and then it got to a point where I was like, well, why don't you sing this song instead, because it doesn't suit my voice or whatever, you sing it. And then when we decided we wanted to turn it into a proper band, I said, well, you should be in it, and you can do vocals as well.
And it was great for me because I was in a duo before I was in the band with a friend of mine, but we were doing like the social club circuit, which was fun, and it's easy money, but it was not exactly the songs that we're doing now.
Yeah, because you got to stick to like Northern Soul or.
She was doing
That-
ABBA tribute.
I was in an ABBA tribute.
Oh, amazing.
What do you mean that's not what you want to do? I think everyone wants to be in an ABBA tribute
It's
band.
one of those things where it's like everyone goes, oh, when ABBA comes on, oh, everyone hates ABBA, but Dancing Queen comes on, you cannot deny that every single one of you will either tap your foot or get up and dance. Everyone loves ABBA.
I didn't know there was people saying they didn't like ABBA. I thought everybody just loved ABBA.
I'm that person. I sang it for that long now. I hear an ABBA
You
song
hate
and I
it now.
internally start to break down.
PTSD.
Yeah, that's literally it. Go-go boots and loops, and I'm like, I can't do it anymore. But yeah, I was in it.
Young and sweet, only PTSD.
Essentially. But yeah, so it was a chance to just finally be doing something that, like, singing and doing the songs that I'm actually passionate about.
Yeah,
so it worked out really well.
I put a thing on Instagram just saying we're a band looking for a bassist and a drummer. Play this sort of music. If you're interested, let us know. And a friend of a friend messaged me and said, I know someone who is. She's not a friend of a friend. She was a friend. I don't know why.
I was like, she's a friend.
She's a friend. And she messaged me. Yeah.
You worked with
Coral. Yeah. Sorry, you've listened to this, Coral. Sorry, you're a friend. She messaged me and said, I know someone who plays bass. You might be interested. Shall I send it to him? I said, yeah. And then it was Curtis. Curtis messaged me, and Curtis said, I've got a friend who's a drummer. Trying to bring him along to like the sort of practice that we had set up, which was set, and then we did a practice. We just did like one session where I think I messaged beforehand and said, just have a look at a few of these songs and we'll jam them out when we meet you. And I think within the first song, me and Danny were sort of looking at each other going, this is...
It just clicked.
This
It was
works.
just like,
I wasn't
It's
there
weird how
for
that happens,
as well.
isn't it?
You weren't there.
Yeah, very strange.
Yeah, it's weird how
I
that
swear
happens.
that I've seen you guys perform without
Yeah.
before, because then when I saw you again and you were there, I was like, oh, this is amazing.
It works a lot better when Holly's...
Like with your
So we
voice
weren't
in it
amazing
now.
when she...
Sorry. You're amazing now.
we always feel like we're on the back foot without her. Like,
It's just,
She adds that. You don't see a lot of bands around who do have like a male and female lead singers, and I think a lot of people get the sort of Fleetwood Mac vibe from it, which a lot of people like, and I think it does. It just makes a massive difference.
I did try. I tried to be at most of the gigs
You
during the night. It's
are.
I've been
I
really
must have seen
lucky.
one of the one gigs where you weren't there, and then I think the next time I saw you, I was like, oh, this is amazing.
The only times I'll ever not be there is if I can't get off work for it, or the other time was when I had my tooth taken.
No, it's not very intelligent, is it? Well,
But yeah, that first practice that we had, it just clicked straight away. It was
very strange.
Yeah, it just worked.
There's instant chemistry as far as
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
We didn't really like the songs that we were playing. It was like we'd just go, right, let's try this one, and we'd do it, and it would be there from the off. It wasn't like, right, because the thing is, when me and Danny were like in Cannon Fodder, there was a lot of like
having to teach the others what to do, basically.
So for the drum beat, for example, I'd have to sit on the drums and go to the drummer, play this.
Right, so
Danny would get on the bass and quite often go
How
like...
bad was your drummer?
I don't want to say if he ever listens to this.
If we brought up a clip from like this Fodcan, what we call it Fodcan, it's like little Facebook
Was
group
that
we had.
Mike?
Don't name
Was
Who should have not been named?
No, it could be anyone. It could be anyone.
No, there's like a video of where it was so bad sometimes that it was more or less the timing, because we'd start a song that was like full of energy and full of beans, and like within the first couple of seconds of it opening and the energy's supposed to still be there, it just dies off and you're just left playing this slow
sluggish
pissed out riff that
I suppose what we're saying is it was just a nice change to be in a band where everyone
could play the
everyone knew what they were doing.
yeah, competently at least.
Yeah.
Who's that?
What?
Right, individually, where would your dream gig be? Anywhere in the world, any venue.
Can I answer
We all
rapid,
said
because it
this,
just
didn't we?
came straight to my head, Red Rocks.
Oh,
That's-
that's very
That is like to support Bonamassa at Red Rocks.
Yeah, someone asked us.
Are you it's going
Oh, hang on a minute.
The Bonamassa.
Hang on a minute. He's skipping ahead here. We're doing separate support questions. Dream gig only.
I would say the same thing.
Cheers, Joe.
Yeah,
I think I would, but I think also like I'd love to play like the AO or the M and S, just because those are gigs those are arenas that I've gone to watch bands. So to be on that stage, I think is really cool. It's even the thing about Manchester Academy 3. And knowing what bands have played on that stage, I always think that's a really cool.
Yeah, what big bands started out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Is Academy 3 the one that's right upstairs?
Right upstairs, yeah.
I went watching Cave Town though.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the venue now. It's going to really annoy me. I do this a lot. I don't have a good memory.
Same.
If you've seen Bohemian Rhapsody,
I don't like
film.
Queen.
The band Queen.
Yeah. But you know when they played at the end?
The old Wembley stage.
The OG one.
No, when they did the massive one, it was like
Live Aid.
Live Aid. Yeah. Oh, was that Wembley?
They'll do another one again.
Can you just cut that out and just say Holly said
40
Wembley?
years this year. Live Aid, so there's talk of doing I think 40 years this year.
Shut up, guys.
There's talk, yeah.
What's that?
I have to get.
When there'll be another live.
I think it's 40 years since the last one, so they're planning something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you might be,
There
you
you
might be
go.
asked.
Well, they did Live Aid, then they did Live 8, and then there should be another one.
Live 9.
Because it wasn't the set.
I'm an idiot.
Oh, damn it. Oh, God. What happened?
I said Live 9, like thinking I'm a genius.
What would you pick, Danny?
What? It's not somewhere that I could literally say because I don't know where it is. But could it be any space and time? Like I'm not gonna say the moon or anything. Don't worry.
Well, listen, Metallica's played on every continent.
Because
So
always in my mind, the one big bloody place I've ever wanted to play, and it never happened because I'm too young for it to even happen anyways, is Woodstock. The original Woodstock where Jimi Hendrix played.
Yeah.
69.
That whole place, like, I'd just love to be able to play, or better yet, in that regards, maybe some sort of large festival to that effect.
Yeah.
It'd be the time that, if doing that gig, that'd be the time that then I could know that after that point, I'd be like, that's me done then. I can stop doing music at this point.
What's that festival with like is it like a Wicker Man type thing?
Oh, Burning Man.
Burning Man.
in
Yeah.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
that'd be absolutely insane. That.
Yeah.
Have you guys got any festivals lined up yet?
We're applying to some, but I don't
Pretty
think
much been confirmed for one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you tell us?
Which is Darwin Live.
That's it.
Oh,
In Australia.
That's the one.
That's it. We're going to Australia.
We've not told you.
I'll be back with you. We pay for our just you need to sort your own.
What
Don't.
I think we're playing well, it's either the Saturday or the Sunday for the Darwin Live.
That's
But
sick.
I've asked for the Saturday, so we'll see what they come back with. But they've pretty much confirmed.
Main
That's
stage.
with.
Awesome, man.
I'm not sure. I think they've got their own stage. It's with Sunbird Records that. So,
That's it.
Nice.
but we've applied for many, and there's still quite a few more to go.
I
But
suppose it's only early yet, though, isn't it?
it's sort of
Like,
weirdly a
really-
deadline's already sort of been and gone for
Yeah.
quite a lot.
Yeah.
Focus Festival's already gone. Sound City's, I think they're still taking a few, but
Yeah.
we had a bad incident with that last year. We got told that we'd been given a slot on it.
Oh,
By
yeah,
our-
was
by
that
our-
the one?
There was a whole thing,
Yeah.
wasn't there?
Yeah,
They told,
by
yeah.
our-
they told bands they were on,
Yeah.
and then
We got an email about
Yeah.
an hour later saying, "Oh, sorry, we made a
I
mistake."
remember there's a big thing about
Yeah.
Oh, I
that.
didn't re- I
Right,
didn't
they said
remember.
to
Did
make it
nothing really, did it to...
Well, they said to
smooth
make it
over
up
the
to us,
bars,
we
is
can
it?
go down to London and do like a showcase spot in front of panel, and we were like, doesn't really sound like you're making it up to us. Come 350 miles, and you might have a chance of getting on.
So basically, you went from you've got a slot on this festival to
Yeah.
you can audition.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
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 Spend money coming down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
but
yeah,
yeah,
I
it's like, you can play the gig. I said, no, it's tickets to come watch others
Yeah.
do it.
I think we'll definitely apply for a few. Glastonbury's got their week slot, which starts on Monday, so we've got to get the application in within a week. So, but we just applied
Stressful.
to Dr. Dart, which is I've picked Nottingham for that because you get the choice of Bristol, Nottingham. Done truck tram lines, Victorious. We're in a competition to try and get onto 5 volt. So yeah, it's quite a lot.
Have you done
That you've
apply for
applied
Isle of
for.
Wight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that one as well. There's just a few left, really, now of the sort. We can't. The
Think
list
so.
is so vast that
Yeah.
you've obviously got to try and look at the calendars and stuff and
Yeah.
try and figure out which is which. But I can't remember which one it is. Apply for one that's in Portsmouth.
Tracks that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
That's-
So
such a nightmare
So
with all
right
your
away.
gear and everything, having to like go around.
this is the thing. Like you apply to say like Glastonbury, which is like Somerset, Gloucester. Then you get Isle of Wight. Then you get one in Portsmouth. The odds of actually getting onto any of those are so small, but you're still within a shot of potentially getting on it anyway. So it's worth it.
Yeah,
It's
just
worth the
thinking-
point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because that's one of the brilliant things about the modern music scene is the fact that there are so many festivals and gigs and venues and
There's
there's
one in
everything.
Clitheroe. Have you heard of Beat Herder?
No.
No.
It's
I've seen the signs up.
absolutely
I work up
insane.
that way, I've seen the
It's
signs.
literally in Clitheroe. It looks insane,
Oh.
I've not heard
and
of
it's I'll look at that. It's mental.
Yeah.
The setup.
I said I don't know where Portsmouth is.
We saw that there was a little
I was like, I looked, I was like,
I thought it was ready to be, do we all need to be here? I'm like, what?
What has just happened? I'm so confused. What has just happened?
Someone didn't know where Portsmouth was.
Oh, right, okay, that's
But
I
Danny,
did, and
Danny
then
thought
Danny
she was
thought-
saying, do we all need to be here?
Don't play charades with this.
Daddy's like going, what? I'm like, where, I don't know where Portsmouth is. He's like, what?
It's far away. Far away.
Yeah, it's
So,
West Coast, East Coast.
It's literally go a straight line.
Straight
And
down.
as soon as you hit the bottom of the country, you're at Portsmouth.
Let's move on from geography.
Yeah.
It's not a strong point, man.
yeah,
Why are you asking me? I'm terrible.
I don't know where Portsmouth is either. I'm sorry. So, you already spoiled this question, but who would you like to support individually?
I'll
Who
say
would you-
something else now.
Can there be,
You
could it
can't,
be
you
someone
said
who's
that.
passed, who
Yeah.
you, like, your
Yeah.
dream to support, whether they've already
Yeah,
passed
it could be
away?
anyone.
Epic. Okay. I think now.
Well, I think like the dream one for me would be the Rolling Stones. But if I was like being more realistic, there's a band called The Heavy Heavy who do a similar sort of thing to us, and they're on the up, and I really like them. I genuinely feel like we'd be a really good support for them. So like the dream one would be the Stones, and the realistic one would be The Heavy Heavy.
Whereabouts are they from?
Bristol.
Oh, right, not
We
heard.
went and watched them in the Blues Kitchen in Manchester last
cool.
year, and they were
Yeah.
amazing. They're a 5-piece. They've got the 2 lead singers, one male, one female, like us.
Oh, okay.
it's a very
Amazing.
similar setup,
Yeah.
and they're influenced by a lot of the same music that we are.
Oh, that's cool.
That we are also influenced by. So that's.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
I'd probably say the Stones as well, but maybe Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac.
I reckon like AC/DC. I reckon that'll be a good one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Why did somebody snigger at that? That's a genuine thing.
I know, that was me. I just wasn't expecting you to say AC/DC. And it wasn't like a disrespectful. It wasn't disrespectful. I was like, oh, do you know what? Fair, yeah, I can actually see that.
It's just like because I've been listening to like loads of like different stuff, and I was listening to AC/DC, and I was like, there's elements of what we do that I don't think we've realised are very like old school AC/DC when it was like Bon Scott who was the lead singer. It's like I've been listening to Let There Be Rock. I think is that what it is. Proper good song, and I was just like there's so much, and then it just popped into my head then from that question. Probably AC/DC.
That'd be cool.
I think I know I said Bonamassa before, but
Can't take it back now.
Don't take it back. Joey doesn't mean it.
I reckon maybe like Larkin Poe.
Oh yeah.
I think that'd be a really cool band to support. I'll stick with that. There's many others, but I'll
You
stick
got to
with
think
that.
about who you'd get on with as well. Like,
Yeah.
would you want to support a band that weren't even going to talk to you? Because sometimes they don't.
That's it,
Or
yeah.
would you want to support ones that
I know
like,
we
have
supported a
rejected?
Queen tribute and they were so
Oh.
rude.
Yeah.
It's like you're the tribute, you're not the real thing, calm down.
I
I wasn't having tribute, I know.
You really did think it was Freddie?
He
though?
probably
That's
thought it
the
was the
problem.
most awkward experience, sitting in that room. Anyway.
I'd want to support Marcus King, the Marcus King band. They're a bluesy outfit. Like his voice is so good as well.
He's got great voices.
Yeah, it's something to just sit down with a nice little glass of whiskey to and chill out to at the times. But that's beside the question. If we opened up for them, we'd probably give the energy to the crowd before Marcus came in and smoothed everybody back out. Yeah.
Chilled them back out
as well.
I feel like it'd be a good one to do.
To be fair, I've always thought they should do that at gigs, because sometimes when it's like going watching a metal band, for example, and they're all metal bands, by the time the actual metal band's out, everyone just wants to sit down. Yeah, you just want to sit down and be like,
I can.
You're magnetic at that.
I'm always sort of curious on why they do that.
Yeah, because it's like...
should be a mix of genres.
Yeah.
Really. I think people are even.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it? When my dad was speaking about that the other day. There was a.
Sorry, mate.
My dad was watching Satriani, and he brought some huge folk star from America with him when he was doing his UK tour. And the guy was getting booed off stage
Really?
because it's so different. To people go to sort of Steve Vai or Satriani sort of gigs and Bon.
They want that sound.
They want that sound.
Yeah.
They're interested in that sound. Anything that's alien to that, it's like, what the hell is it? I'm not paying a ticket to see a guy playing on a banjo.
When I went
Ted
to
Curtis.
when I went to go see Muse back in 2013, the support acts were Bastille, which I was very excited for, and then Dizzy Rascal. And I was like, why is Dizzy Rascal on this? And then I went to watch it, and I was like, I can see why, because everyone was so into it. Like, no one booed, and everyone was, I think, what is it, Bonkers? That came on, and everyone went mental. I was like, this is the best moment. And then, but then I went to see him again, and it was Tom Morello, who was supporting, which was great. And then a band from Manchester that I've completely forgotten their name. I forgot their name, but it was
Bastille's an odd choice.
Once again, but then Bastille again.
That's why I quite like I've only really I'm not really a festival person. I'm a bit of a hermit really, but I went to Leeds Festival. We went the same year, but we didn't know we'd gone the same year because we didn't know each other at that point. But that's why I like festivals, because the lineup, it's just a complete random mix. Yeah. Like when we went to Leeds, I spent a lot of time at the main stage because at that time I was quite into my sort of heavier stuff. So there's like A Day to Remember and that were on, and I got kicked in the head. It was the best experience.
That sounds like a
It was
brilliant
a proper
time.
mosh pit, right?
Yeah.
And then like there'd be, and then like I can't remember who headlined. I think it was Macklemore and Ryan Lewis who headlined that night.
Yeah. That was.
And it was
great
such a random mix, but it was cool.
My girlfriend went to Glastonbury last year, and I missed out on tickets, but she went with her sister, and she was like all around all the huge pop artists and stuff, and like, Tom Grennan and whoever else was there. I couldn't think of anything worse.
Yeah.
Like, because you're going to end up going, like, trekking somewhere else to go and watch. Like, Queens of the Stone Age were on at the same time as Elton John. She was there dressed up in all Elton gear. I want to watch Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah. Like, I had a similar experience when we went to... Because I went to Leeds, it was my first festival. And we just went for the day. And on the not the big, massive stage, the one that's, like, to the left, but it's still a main stage... It was like L Block something. It was like this grime artist, and then the next band on were Enter Shikari. Yeah. So it's like you had everyone who likes rap immediately leaving to have all the political metalheads come in. Yeah. But it works perfectly because it was Enter Shikari and then Bring Me the Horizon and then Arctic Monkeys were the final one.
Yeah.
So
that's random.
I suppose it depends who's at different stages though. Cause they might swap. I don't know if like somebody similar is on a different stage, maybe that's why they do something similar.
I think they definitely do it for that reason because if you don't have different genres or different sounds for that specific place, no one's going to.
Everyone's going to stay there.
100%.
Yeah. Past the smaller stages as well. Because they usually have like, so they probably like pass all the stalls and everything, so they don't want people to stay in one place.
Because like at Download, I went this year. Like, the best festival I've ever been to, by the way. Highly recommend it.
My mate went to that last year.
Yeah, it was brutal, absolutely brutal.
I couldn't think of
it was so good. I'm like absolutely hates metal music, but the days.
I'd probably go. I'd totally take you, Curtis.
Yeah.
I didn't mean you'd have a great time.
We'd love it.
Because the days, the way that they're segmented is like, it starts off as like a rock day, and then it's rock and metal, and then it is the heaviest of metal.
Yeah.
So like so the first hit was Metallica, and then it was God, I can't think who it was. It was Metallica. Then it was Bring Me the Horizon.
Oh.
No, it wasn't. It was Metallica, Slipknot. Metallica, Bring Me the Horizon.
That was Jay Weinberg was still with Slipknot at that point.
Yeah. It was absolutely.
I met Ollie Sykes, didn't I? On a plane.
Oh yeah.
I am exceptionally jealous of you. I went watching Bring Me like 3 days ago.
I've never seen them. I used to I don't listen to that much anymore. I used to absolutely love them. And then it was the first holiday. It was my girls' holiday when I was like 18. And we were on a Ryanair flight. I know, I just seen that. My brother went to watch them the other week. And Ollie Sykes I was in the aisle seat and he was sat on the aisle seat next to me, and I recognised because he had his Hannah Pixie Snow tattoo on his neck. I looked at me just like, oh my god, it's Ollie Sykes.
On Ryanair.
These are all like literally on a Ryanair flight. He was on his stag do, and we were going to Magaluf of all places as well. And I was sat with mates, and they didn't listen to any of the music I listened to. They were listening to R&B and all the pop crap, but they were like, who? I was like, oh my god, please feel this moment. And then later on in the week, because I'd obviously made it that obvious that I couldn't stop staring at him on the plane, I bumped into him and he was like, you're the girl from the plane. I was like, oh my god, this is so And he was like, can she get a picture with you, Oliver? I was like, don't call him Oliver. That's so cool. He's Ollie, come on. But he was so nice and he got a picture of me. Yeah. That was really cool. Yeah. I'll show it. Yeah. Yeah. He's got a t-shirt. And I think it said,
picture with me.
I got the knowledge. Yeah, I had a t-shirt on that said "Screw me gently with a chainsaw." Yeah, this is the coolest thing ever.
My girlfriend's a massive fan, and she went because they're still on tour now. I think it's the last one soon, but she went last week and she did Friday, Wednesday, and then Saturday, Wednesday, and Friday. So she went to somewhere. She went to Manchester on the Saturday, and then Liverpool on the Wednesday, and then Sheffield. And in Sheffield, she managed. No, it was Manchester. She was right at the front on barrier, and he was running about. And during Doomed, he had a camera, and he was leaning into the audience like that. And my girlfriend, she's like, just on video to the end, literally on the massive screens in Manchester. And they put a video on of her a picture, and her mate's like, yeah, and she's just like, really stoned, just the worst picture possible. She doesn't smoke weed at all. She don't do anything like that, but she looks like a smacker.
Ounce of it.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah. So this is my favourite question to ask.
Oh God.
You're on death row, right?
Cool.
You're not having a last meal, but you get a tuck shop, and you can have 1 drink, 1 packet of crisp, and 1 chocolate bar.
Can I just not get sent to the death?
No, it's happening. So basically, what is your last little tuck shop meal?
Just get me electrocuted already. Just
Last do
shite
meal.
off with it.
Yeah, so you're telling me before you die you don't want a nice, like, I don't know, Starbucks?
I think it'd rub it in a bit more because you'd be like, oh, I'm gonna miss this. No, that's what I mean. But you know what I mean? Like, it'll make you more sad about the dying.
I feel like I could
Decaying in your coffin, and then you go,
No, but what I mean is, like, you're already gutted, you're about to be killed, and then
You
you're
want
like,
to have no thoughts?
it doesn't matter. As you're being taken away to the electric chair or whatever, you're there
I feel like
thinking
that's
about your
when-
lion bar. Or
Cremation's getting rolled in.
Do you not keep a bit?
or keep a bit in the back of your mouth.
Yeah, like, let's keep a starburst up there, and then just when you want to go, 1 bite, boom.
That's a good idea.
You die with a taste starburst.
You die with a red starburst in your mouth.
I think that's the most adverse reaction I've ever had to that question. Normally people are just like,
I think you said went like tuck shop. Everyone's thinking the £3.50 meal deal.
no, like you can just basically it's just you
drink, a
1
crisp.
drink, 1 packet of
Meal
crisp.
So
and
you're
1
picking
chocolate
your
bar.
favourite.
Right.
Kind of,
Definitely.
but don't imagine it like Tesco where you've got limited options.
Snickers
Literally
No, it could be
anything.
literally anything.
What are those?
Nobody's thought this
Get
deeply
it over
about
and done
it.
with. I'll die.
Nobody's thought this deeply about it before.
No,
This is a problem though. When you
Welcome to brother.
You see what I mean? This is the question that like actually psychologically profiles you, and you were just like, not doing it. Tell me everything I need to know. Just let me die. Just let me die.
I don't like this.
That's just Danny. I don't want to do it.
What? No, he's more or less just fucking killed me. Just get me
See, while you've been sorting this, I've been thinking about my meal.
I think I've sorted.
I know mine. Dr
Right,
Pepper.
go on.
Let's get me some chairs.
Dr Pepper,
Yeah.
absolutely. Dr Pepper, prawn cocktail crisps, and a Galaxy Ripple.
I'm gonna need more detail.
I.
Do you want a bottle? Do you want a can? Do you want a 2 litre bottle and just drink it all? Do you want what
I think
prawn
a 500.
cocktails?
Right, prawn cocktail.
If you ask
Are we having Walkers or are we having Pringles?
Right.
Here?
What?
Or are we having Quavers?
Right,
Hang on.
I did
Hang
Pringles.
on.
Or Whatsits?
Are there any other option than Walkers? Really?
Sensations.
For prawn cocktails?
It's got to be
Aren't they
Walkers. For prawn
Walkers?
cocktail, it's got to be Walkers.
Yeah.
I agree with
We're
that.
talking brands.
If we're getting specific, I go to Tesco, right? I tell the guy, Morden, go and get me this. Go to Tesco, get me some prawn cocktail crisp. It must be Walkers.
Must be.
And it's not a share bag, because the share bag, they don't put as much of the orange flavouring crap on it. Only the small bags.
Yeah.
So they have to get me a pack of 6. And I probably eat all 6.
6? Yeah, multi-pack of 6, yeah.
Who's
Good
worried
shape.
about diabetes when you're going to die anyway? And then I'd want a 500ml 0 Dr Pepper.
0.
It's your last
Yeah.
one.
Would you not want to go for the sugar?
It's too fizzy, it tickles my nose.
I will want
But I don't want to
agree
die
though.
with a tickly nose. I'd want to die comfortably.
I know what you tickling nose.
But I'd be aware of
Pre-death. She will know about the tingly nose.
Don't kill me.
it. Can you imagine being on your deathbed, waiting for them to give you your injection or electric chair, and all you can think of is fucking hell, my nose tickles.
Will you be dead?
Probably the
Not
least
even mad.
No, but
It's
building up to that point, if I'd have had my meal like half an hour before I'm about
It's
to
like
die,
there's
I'm going
not
to have a
other
tickly nose
pressing
for half an hour.
matters. It's in my head, just like, oh, fucking, I'm dying here, but...
And then I'd have a
nose
Galaxy
bubbles.
Ripple. A Galaxy
A
Ripple.
ripple as well.
Galaxy Ripples for choice.
Listen, I want to make your
the
choice.
Galaxy Ripple, right? Is they're not that big.
Well, I'd have a
Very
I'd have a
friendly as
Oh, you're on about a bar?
Six.
Like
I
a
know, when you're
Okay,
nervous,
six.
think about that one bite. Half of it's on the floor. Is this that flake?
No, that's a
not
flake. That's a flake,
true.
and that's the specific reason why I didn't
No,
choose a
Hey,
flake. Because half of it goes down your top.
Yeah, ripples are
Ripples are
crumbly
nice.
as well. They're
Oh,
tasty, but they don't.
No, a real Galaxy Ripple is better than a 12 though, because Galaxy is.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
you
just
know
wait
what?
a minute.
I'm gonna hear all your choices.
Yeah.
That's
best.
Slight
Just-
detour. Just slight detour. Has anyone ever chopped the ends off or bit the ends off of a twirl and then
And drank, yeah.
No.
So the coffee
Milk?
through all the-
Oh, I do milk because
You
I have
could
a
do it
bowl of
with a
cereal.
Galaxy Ripple, that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I might be thinking of a
That's-
twirl.
I
Either a
didn't
twirl or a ripple. I'm not that bothered.
Yeah.
Am I not? But listen,
You better not be.
Tom said he's not going to allow you to have a record. You're not having it, I own you!
partner.
It was clearly established earlier on in this podcast.
That was a joke, by the way.
Thanks for clarifying.
Oh no, there's someone rocking in the corner
Like
there.
like before.
Well, I want to hear all your choices so I can rip into them.
Right, listen to this. Yeah. I'm going to go with an Iron Brew, 500ml. I'm then going to go for some mini cheddars, a big bag. If they don't do a big bag, make it. I'm going to listen to this one.
Just little bags
And then my third one, I'm going to go for those big dime bars you can win at Plenty.
See, he's finessed the system there.
Yeah.
He's gone for everything extra. Like.
And prolong it. It's like,
IKEA,
what do you want for
get
your last meal? Buffet.
A big bag.
Never done.
Dime bars.
Can you?
If you go to IKEA, I bought 3 bags once. If you go to IKEA Legends, they have the mini dime bars, like a big fucking massive bag of them.
God.
I'll bring out next time because me and you
I
went
ask-
to an IKEA.
Can I ask about the Iron Brew situation? What talking about the Iron Brew? Like,
What do you mean?
You said 500ml. Is
Yeah,
that?
the bottle.
Would you not go for like the old school chip shop sort of glass bottle?
No, I think I'd go for, because
Oh, I should have said that.
I think we can all agree that like a drink tastes better
Can't go back.
depending on what it is. So say like a Coca-Cola to me tastes better in a can than a bottle.
Whoa.
Nah, you're gone.
I think everything
Because
tastes
it gets
better in one
colder.
of these.
In one
like
of
when
them,
you
yeah.
when you get like the machines that you like fill
Yeah.
your room.
You think they taste better in there?
Yeah.
The only time
syrup.
that it tastes
the
better
content, I think
in
the
them.
syrup content in certain food
Oh,
vendors
God, I
is
feel
different
drunk.
for their
Everyone's coming
syrups.
out
It's because they
No,
mix
no,
them
no.
there. don't
Yeah.
they?
The only time that those taste better
Deeply
is
Whereas if
when
the cans,
you
it's
press the thing
prepackaged.
and you see that like one side is the syrup and the other side is like the water, and you just you do it so you get mostly syrup.
You cheat the
You,
system,
exactly,
yeah?
you cheat the system,
Yeah.
so you're getting more
I
syrup. Don't get me
didn't
wrong,
think you'll go in
highway
with
to
it separate.
diabetes. Like.
Usually
I didn't know that
it's
was a thing.
together.
No, yeah, I know, but like it's the same thing,
Comes together,
but
so.
it's like you can clearly see that like one side of it is just a tube of syrup going
Yeah.
down, and the
See,
other
I
side.
thought it was like it flushes with the Coke and then it flushes with a bit of something else. I've never
See, when
understood
it
what that
when
was.
it when it
What
does
thing
that,
they
then
use
it's
it?
mixing, so you're
Some of them
guaranteed to
are-
get a shit mix.
Some of them
I reckon mine
are
is-
too.
You're weird like that though, that you only like Dr. Peppers
Neat.
and stuff, but they're in a can.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Oh,
just
you
I'm going to go get a
prefer-
Soda Stream syrup and just drink the Coke syrup. Forcing it down.
Because you've had it that much that your bones are like so frail.
Right, you're saying it's elite.
Dime bar.
What are you going for?
I'm not gonna lie. I think yours was the worst answer.
In fact, let me just walk back. You think a can tastes
know,
worse?
Yeah.
Not a glass
Can
bottle.
test it out
Of
now.
all the crisps in the world, mini cheddars, they're not even a crisp.
Listen to
That
this.
is a bad
Weirdly
choice.
No, listen to this, Tom. Right, listen.
How come they're not even a bloody
Listen.
crisp?
Listen. The glass bottle one, if you have a straw with a glass bottle, it just goes all over
Why would you have a
the
straw?
place. Because you always put a straw in slow. But even if I do that and like swig
Hang on a minute.
it goes up like
You're making
beer
sure
does.
that-
You know when you drink a bottle of beer too quick and you put it down and it fizzes up. That's
Don't
what
put it down
happens
to
with the
what?
I can't wait. Can we go back to the fact
to this?
you're putting
Just pour it in a
straws in
glass.
bottles?
Yes, straws in like a bottle.
Why?
So if like you go to like a bar and like you've got a bottle to savour it more, I don't because I chug it, but it goes so it just
Well, this is
goes
the
all
thing.
over.
You actually drink faster with a straw.
You do shrink. Yeah.
That's what I said because I normally try not to, but then I chug it, which means that I'm drinking more Coke.
I think he's backtracking well.
I'm not. I'm
Not
saying
walking backwards. And
500
Got told
mil.
that your answer was shit.
Listen, when I'm being wheeled down, I'll be really happy with my mini
I said
cheddar.
that will have nothing.
What?
to do with
Dime. Best to worst answer.
It's basically tarmac, isn't it?
No.
You've got a road of chocolate.
I
It's
agree
dead
with
in
him.
your
Thank
leg.
you.
I agree with his
Worse.
chocolate choice. His
Yeah.
drink choice is questionable. It's either
Ice cream.
right. Your drink choice is questionable. Your crackers aren't even a bloody crisp, but I will give you the chocolate.
No, they are. Cheddars and
Cheddars and
crackers.
crackers.
No, I disagree because you can buy cheddars in a tube. No, that is a biscuit. That.
Right,
If
okay.
not-
Right, do you know-
If not a cracker,
To be fair, you can
Yes.
buy Pringles in a tube.
Yeah,
Well,
you
they're
can.
crisps.
they are technically not
guy.
crisps.
What does Rich
Hold
say?
on.
Like,
Who's
what does it say
saying
on the
what?
packet?
Pringles are technically not crisps because they are reconstituted
crackers.
potatoes, so they
Don't
don't
start
fall under
looking on-
crisps. They fall under potato
This
chips.
is the one. What is it?
Googled
Right, hold on.
Potato snack. Would you
Yeah,
call
man.
that crisp?
It's not
To me as a crisp.
No,
Can we
it's
just have
it's
this?
because it's
Let's just hear what.
disintegrated and
Let's
reformed.
just clarify for
Although
Curtis.
found in the crisp and snacks aisle of the supermarket, mini cheddars are categorically not a crisp.
It's like you saying a Jaffa Cake's a biscuit.
This is a
It
Mandela
is a
effect
biscuit,
happening.
mate. That's not.
Whoa, right.
Jaffa cakes are biscuits.
Fat detour for 2 seconds. Is a Jaffa Cake a biscuit?
No, it's a
it's a
cake.
It's a biscuit.
Did you just say it is wafer?
No, it's not wafer, is it?
No,
No,
it's
it's
a cake.
sponge. It's sponge, sorry.
It's not a cake.
It is a cake.
It is a cake.
Regardless of what it is,
If
it
it was
tastes
called
like.
a Jaffa biscuit, I'd be like, you may have a point.
Yeah.
I've got a key line solution for this. Why it's a cake, and it was we
The
know
cheddar
this.
Are you going to say that that he brought it to court?
No, it was theorised and discussed by Howard and Webb.
Thought you were going to go Plato
Right.
himself.
So you're not the referee in football.
No, it's that if you leave a biscuit out for a while, because they're already hard, it goes soft, right? Biscuits, that's a natural biscuit property. Right? Bear with me. Cakes, they're soft but go hard. That's a cake property. Okay?
So if you left it hard enough, would that then
A
become
Jaffa
biscuit?
cake is soft.
What?
What?
So no, that's a fair point. So would a stale Jaffa Cake be classed as a biscuit?
That's a good point.
Wow.
I have never considered this.
At that point, you're a
Ew.
sicko for even trying to eat it.
Yeah, you just throw it away, put it in the bin.
Fair point.
But yeah, it's
I-
the classification. A cake is only cake if it's soft and gets hard by getting off. And that's what Jaffa cakes do. They get hard, so they're
Soft till-
Get hard
This
by
is
getting
all-
off.
so get hard.
By getting off. Okay.
That was
So,
well off this one. You need to pick
I'm ready. I'm
Right, go on,
You
Seb.
say
do
you're
it.
The tension's killing me. What is your elite choice?
1950s
What?
glass bottle Coke.
Here we fucking go.
Okay. Hold on. Is this with the cocaine or without?
Oh,
think
with
it-
the
I'm dying.
If I'm going out, my heart's still beating as I'm dead. Crisp, it's got to be a T-bone steak, Roysters.
Right.
Oh, that is a
okay.
top
I've
tier
never
one,
heard
to be
of it.
fair.
Never heard of them?
Oh.
No.
You'll
I've
like
never
them.
heard
Have you seen them?
Never heard of them.
Recognise them.
Are those the
I think I finessed the system with
I
this
don't-
as
I can't
well.
remember.
A Snickers ice cream
Get
chocolate
out.
bar.
Get out.
No.
Snickers.
Not allowed it.
That's
Ice cream. It's ice cream.
This is, it's a chocolate
If
bar.
I
No,
can't
no,
have
no, no.
cheddars,
Ice cream.
you can't have them.
Because Danny's serious. If I freeze that even more, it actually is a chocolate bar. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that is that's fair
Do you know what I
play,
mean?
yeah.
What do you mean?
I've just said it. Snickers chocolate bar.
Yeah,
but
but-
it's the ice cream version of it. If I keep it freezed, it's a chocolate bar.
Oh, don't worry about it. I have no qualms.
See, he's got no. Hey, mediator's fine with this.
Joe, okay.
The property of
Okay.
the ice cream sandwich
If I'm
is
not allowed
alright
it,
by me.
if I'm not allowed it, I'll go for Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh yeah.
I'm also going to change my
The
cheddars.
trio.
Because I have to now because it technically is not a crisp. To the big Watsits.
Which flavour? Just standard cheese.
Yeah, standard
Oh, yeah.
cheese.
Oh, yeah.
old are you?
I love what
Five?
the big ones.
No, the big ones are made for
The
grown
big
ups.
ones are great. Have you seen them?
I don't like cheese.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Right, well, there we go.
Right, we are swiftly moving past that. What's your choice, man?
I already said I'm dying on an empty stomach.
Easy,
Me, man.
yeah.
The choice is in front of me.
You are eating the cash you have been given to pay with and dying.
The guards have got ego, mate. The tuck shop's there. Have some money. Go choose what you want from it. not having anything. Just if that answer remains better than what Curtis's answer was, then I'm sticking with it. I just want to look at it and go, I'll have none of this, and then just die.
So you're not even gonna like have a bev.
What?
You're not even gonna have a bev.
You're not gonna treat yourself to a whiskey or something.
You know what I mean?
I know.
I didn't realise we could do this.
That's not a soft drink.
No, I never said. I said
No.
Danny,
a drink.
Imagine this tuck shop sells anything you want.
I stand by.
You're finessing the system with ice cream chocolate bars, and you didn't think to get a can of
But it's not a last meal in terms of like starter, main, dessert. I just said that.
Well, I don't know whether or not I could have said that on a podcast, Holly, but thank you for admitting to the
He
word.
always like, we try to keep him tame.
You just said you'd have a lie.
No, but it's in the
Coke.
Yeah,
Doesn't count.
Right, if I really had to pick something, and it was something that like they were going, Luke, we're not murdering you until you've had something, and like I'm not gonna stay there indefinitely, so I have to pick something.
I need to hurry up and die.
You don't know what I want.
Listen, we're not gonna murder you until you pick something.
Such choice.
Okay, run me up on a double Lefroy, neat.
Good choice.
Snickers king size. They did that. And a packet of crisp.
Any crisp will do.
No. It's got to be barbecue flavoured Pringles.
Good, yeah.
Texas barbecue Pringles.
Okay.
One time.
I'd have a cup of tea.
Sound. Hold on.
Yeah.
Brand. And how'd you make it?
Yorkshire tea.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Nice and milky.
Yeah.
I've stopped having sugar in my tea, but I think I'd probably go for one sugar.
With oat milk.
I'd probably have oat milk. Yeah.
Yeah, I think oat milk's better in tea.
It tastes. It's
Premium.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's premium.
Genuinely, I can't abide it in tea. In coffee, 100%.
It's great. It is good.
Behind you.
It's better in coffee than it is in tea, but I do enjoy it in tea as well.
I enjoy it straight from the teat to me. Obviously, pasteurised and everything.
Yeah, no, it's
Gotta be done.
I'd go for a share bag of Magic Stars.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
You've got one handful of them in my hands and they're gone.
Well, not with mine.
That's true. Actually.
I'm in the next cell eating all your
I'm trying to figure out what I can steal, do you know what I mean? Not to die,
And the crisps, I'd probably go with a bag. No, you mean knickknacks?
That's
No.
What did you call them?
Snicker snacks.
There we go then.
Nice and spicy Snicker snacks.
Patent that.
I'd go for a bag of onion rings, I think.
Oh, you do like those onion rings, don't you?
Just like the proper B-Tech tuck shop onion rings.
Yeah. Like not particular brands. Just
just onion rings.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I will attest
Yeah.
that they're like copies of Frazzles. Are top tier.
Yeah,
Nothing
Frazzles are great.
compares to Frazzles, right?
The bacon ones.
Yeah.
Is there only bacon
Bacon
ones?
rashers, I think they're called.
Bacon rashers.
But
Yeah.
because like
Frazzles, right.
I've got quite a strange choice, me. Right, I'd get the Nitro Monster.
Okay.
I was thinking Monster, you know.
Because don't get me wrong, I don't really have too much caffeine because I feel like my heart's going to explode.
Doesn't matter at
If
that
every
point.
single one of my veins is getting constricted, I'll have a Monster.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to get as many as I could afford with however much money I've got. The bacon rashers that you find in a pub, you know, fries, like the scampi fries, the bacon fries. Bacon fries. I know it's Heartburn Central, but I've got the Monster. And for a chocolate bar,
Emphasis on heartburn.
yeah, it'd have to be a picnic.
Do you like a picnic?
I've
Yeah,
had a
I found a
picnic
picnic
You
wrap
said
on the
Star.
floor before I put that in the bin.
That was
said
mine.
Star.
That was mine.
Starby, you said before, the elite.
Listen, they are absolutely top tier, but I don't know. I've just gone on to picnics recently.
Is it the fruit?
I haven't had a
I-
picnic.
Is it your adult brain?
It is. It's clicked and it's like, come on, get at least some nutrients, mate.
They're good.
Was your answer, because I think you answered this question last time,
Yeah.
was it the exact same?
No way.
No,
No way.
Why?
So yours never
Can't
changes?
just change.
like permanently, yeah.
Dynamic.
Yeah.
I do think it changes like these.
Well,
these
yours changed
questions.
fucking loads.
That's because
You go through
That's
phases.
because cheddar.
Yeah.
What are they called? So there we go. Yeah.
Why didn't you choose a strawberries and cream Dr Pepper?
That's our first time trying that, and never again.
Do you not like it?
Oh, it was horrible. I was very close to getting the cream soda version of it because I've had that before and I actually really like it. But no, never again. Fair play, Dr Pepper, but it's a no from me.
Do you know how Dr Pepper's made? Root beer and Coca-Cola.
Is it?
Is it really?
That's it.
Wow.
Dabby's gonna Google that later.
Skeptical. I don't like giving things that. Where's your citations, mate?
Sources. It's in my brain.
Because
It's in my brain somewhere.
I once bought a Dr Pepper cherry flavour, and I always thought it just tasted like cherry anyway, but apparently it's cranberry.
Dr Pepper. I thought it's almond.
It's
it smells
almond,
like.
yeah, but it's amaretto, isn't it?
Sort of.
Yeah, because if you have a Coke and you put in amaretto, it just tastes like Dr Pepper.
Yeah.
I was really close.
But cranberries, you've lost me there.
So I didn't get it. I was gonna cry.
Someone today called Dr Pepper barbecue water.
I can see it. You know what? Yeah, fair play.
We are in Wigan. I was really close to getting sour heads.
That's amazing.
It's alright.
Sour heads have got like, is it like something apple?
Straight from herons.
They've got like a cherry one. It's unbelievable. It's
I like the blue one, me.
So sour. I did the other week. It was amazing though.
Is it a drink? Sour head?
Yeah.
Like the sweet?
Yeah, exactly the same.
Have you seen the flaming hot Mountain Dew? I feel like it's just the equivalent of like it's just torture. Because why would you have a drink that's spicy? What?
You have Mountain Dew, guys. Yeah, it's just basically like lemonade but lime.
I love
I love a good Mountain Dew, but it's got enough sugar in it to kill an elephant.
From Mountain Dew, I can't have it.
No.
What's that?
I did Camp America when I was 2012 and I lost half of my tooth from drinking that much of it.
No way.
From drinking what?
Mountain Dew.
Is that an
Because it was the first time
American
I'd ever.
version?
It was like the.
Is there more sugar in
It
that?
was basically the same as the glass bottle of cocaine I was on about before.
Really?
Yeah, it was potent.
Funnily enough, someone actually complained to Mountain Dew and said, I opened a can and I found a rat in it, a dead rat. And they go, that's not possible because it is so acidic it would have dissolved the rat.
And could a rat fit in that size of a bottle?
Well, that's what I thought as well.
Because rats are pretty fucking big.
Yeah, that's. I think it would just
It was a baby
completely
rat.
ruined my old American. Well, it didn't. I love American experience, but Gatorade and Mountain Dew was the only thing I drank that whole summer.
I'll go to Gatorade.
I drank just every day though.
I always get jealous of, you know, when they get like the large, but it's like a large drink. I always get
7-Eleven?
jealous of that.
You literally get for $1.50 you get a double gulp, and it's literally like 5 times the size.
Well, like
for $1.50.
even that,
insane.
and like
the
double
pizza.
gulp.
The 7-Eleven pizza's
Yeah.
insane, and you got like a slice for free when you were there if you bought like a slice of pizza.
Yeah, crazy.
Really
It's great,
good.
isn't it? I can't wait.
It's good 7-Eleven. Can we move on from this question now?
Yeah, we have fully been on this for 20 minutes. Oh, he's
It's not, in fact, root beer and cola.
was wrong.
Right. Can I just say thank you for debunking one of his things, because he does this all the time, every single day. It's like a million different facts, and I never think to fact check it.
Well, here's one that I know is actually true.
I don't-
Right? Do you know why Pepsi and Coke taste ever so slightly different?
Checking us
It's sort of like
for
a Sabian and Zildjian version of symbols, like with the brothers or something who own the company.
Wait, say that all again. I missed
Pepsi and Coke taste ever so slightly different because one was made to be drank cold and one was made to be drank warm.
No.
I can't remember the order, but if you drink one warm and one cold, they taste the same. And I have tried this, and it actually works.
Well, when my dad was 16, he worked.
Sugar difference in the recipe, I've already done that one.
I dropped a mental.
My dad worked in a lemonade factory when he was younger, and he said that the lemonades that were in there were I don't want to say because I don't want to slander a particular one, but your very popular lemonade brand and your very cheap lemonade brand are actually the same substance, just with different labels. They're all made in the same factory.
That's my guess.
I'm not saying a single word, but the cheap lemonade and your expensive lemonade are made in the same place.
It's the same as like paracetamol and ibuprofen.
Yeah,
They have to
exactly,
be the exact same.
Yeah.
Well, just
So
the
when you
point
get
of
to the
saying
middle,
you're paying
all
the
the
same.
off-brand
You're paying for the
bits,
same
it's
product.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly the same.
Olay is called something completely different in Lidl.
Oh,
or
don't even
Aldi,
get me
whatever it is.
started on the
It's
middle.
They're
the
in the
same
same place.
packaging,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like-
Olay.
Oh, the silence.
It's
I said ole, implies it's Spanish.
Oh, good God.
Ole.
It's like a moisturiser.
Yeah.
Yeah, moving on.
Yeah.
But normally we do a song of the session, but we didn't mention this beforehand. But is there a song that you've just been listening to an absolute bunch recently?
Just
You can do one each, and bonus points if it's like somebody who isn't like we might not know, like an upcoming artist. Bonus points there.
It's not an upcoming artist, I don't think, but it's somebody who I've been listening to a lot. I recently got into a band called Krang Bin.
Krang Bin?
Krang Bin, yes.
Like Kerrang?
It's KHRUANGBIN.
I was going to say, I've heard of a band
They're
called
like,
Kerrang.
they sound a bit funky with like it's like a Jimi Hendrix inspired lead going on with like Middle Eastern vibes. I don't know.
Nice.
But they have got me onto another band called Arc du Soleil, and there's a song that I've been listening to. I'm not going to put it on, but it's the song I'm going to choose because it's something I've been putting on repeat recently because it's just groovy and great. Seconds. This is.
We'll put in the countdown.
Please.
Dum, 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 dum.
Oh, it's called Totem Transport. Got back on Arc du Soleil.
Sweet.
Said it's pretty disco-y, pretty funky. Lead guitar all the way through it is. It's like whoa, this is fantastic. Yeah, that'd be mine.
Sweet.
I mean, to be fair, the main thing I've been listening to at the moment, and I'm not even bothered about saying it, is Lizzie McAlpine.
No,
Right, yeah.
She's done a song with Jacob Collier. So I've been listening to that. Was the last thing I listened to before I came in here.
Is she the one who does ceilings?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that song. It's a good song.
It's either that or Ludwig Göransson who did Oppenheimer, because I'm obsessed with the soundtrack for that. Just literally listen to those over on repeat all the time at the moment.
I do enjoy cinema soundtracks.
Yeah. I'm obsessed with scores.
Some of the composition, it blows your head off because you don't even need to watch the film.
I find it thinking music. If I can't concentrate doing work, I put that on, I can concentrate straight away. I can't have lyrics.
My guy for that is someone called Alan Gogol. He's just an acoustic guitarist, but he invented his own technique called waterfall harmonics. You know, where like you select a harmonic and you play it like that. He will do that with two fingers at once and uses forefinger and thumb and his middle finger and ring finger, and he plays like 1,000 harmonics in 90 seconds or something stupid like that.
You're gonna go home and watch that YouTube
Do we
right
need to
now.
get citations on that as well?
I'll show you. No, honestly.
Sorry, dude, I'm like really putting you under the cosh here with those. Ever since you
need
decided
it.
to give me that
No one's
hokey...
questioned them before.
It's like, there's some ears just to give me that hokey facts.
No, because
Here you go.
honestly,
1,000 harmonics
needs
in
it.
90 seconds. Oh, here we are. Tesco, sick. With very platinum. See, this is the only thing that makes me like want to scratch out for YouTube Premium. But yeah, this will very possibly boggle your head. This.
Fast. And switching to short helps you save up to 33% energy per wash. Very Platinum Plus. Out best clean, even on a short cycle.
Drums, bass, rhythm, and lead guitar, all the thing. So it's like wind chimes.
Yeah.
That is insane.
But you can see the way he's played is just like that, just selecting where to put the harmonics, and it is absolute insanity.
It's wind chime music box sort of sound.
Yeah, almost like the But it's just.
I do that accidentally when I'm trying to play a chord.
But you can tell by how quick it's going up, like he's. But the way that he doesn't do that in all his songs. His songs are never just that. But the way that he will implement that into a song.
The perspective of the guitar is really messing with me. It's like the next dead time.
Yeah. Doesn't help that the capo looks like the note. It's phenomenal.
I just feel
phenomenal.
sorry for whatever editor put that counter in there.
I know, yeah. That's
That
exactly
would've
what
taken
I was thinking throughout that whole thing.
ages.
Who's done that?
That was been like a week's work.
Alan Gogol, he's only got, well, I say
Alan
only,
Gogol.
but he's got 100,000 subscribers. I feel like he should be the biggest guitarist in the world. But yeah. So what's your song again?
Well, Tame Impala's released a new song today that I've been listening to, and the bass line to that has just been amazing. But a band that I just absolutely love, and I've just they were my top band last year. Nothing But Thieves.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I've been, I was listening to number 13. I've been listening to that a lot. So one thing that I love about an album is a good ending song. And I feel like they do it really well. And that song I'd never really listened to. First time that I heard it, I was like, oh, it's a bit like jarring. But I've started to listen to it, and what they do with it is so interesting. And I think it's why I love them so much, because they have just gone, let's get Muse, let's get all these different genres of music and make it into this one thing. And I feel like that song has everything in it. It's just blowing me away. It's
I like
really
that
good.
song there. Was it Sorry?
Sorry, yeah.
that's
I was
amazing.
addicted to that as well, because that like
That's pretty
middle
sad,
bit
isn't it?
is amazing. They have a version of like Sorry on their new album. It's called Overcome. That's really good as well. But that their latest album is like a concept one. It's about like a nightclub in like this Blade Runner-esque time, and the songs the songs are all about like this nightclub. It's called like Dead Club City, I think is what it is. But it goes through it, and it's just like the last song. It's called like Pop the Balloon, and it's just this like thing of like the nightclubs being like taken over, and you just feel it, and it blows me away. It's so good. Well, that's what I take from it. Like the nightclubs closed down, and it's just chaos. But yeah, wonderful.
Mine's not that elite, I'm not gonna lie.
Neither was mine.
I don't know, I'm not. It's weird for me because, like, obviously, I live with Tom, so he's got a vinyl player going, or he's watching that pedal show on YouTube, and it's just constant music all day, whereas I'm not.
You don't really listen
For someone
to
who's
music,
in a band and sings, I don't really listen to music that much. It's very weird. Like, I'll listen to it on the way to work, and when I'm crying on the way to work. And when I'm crying on the way home from work.
You need to be on the way to work, just crying.
It's usually when I'm on the way to work, I'm crying. But I don't know, like, it's so different for me. I can listen to anything, but I suppose a couple of songs that I've been listening to more of recently, I like Don't Stop by Rolling Stones, my favourite Rolling Stones song, along with Gimme Shelter. And then you introduced me to, I'm going to say his name wrong now, look like I'm right, is it Andy Timmons, When Words Fail, is it?
Yeah.
Which is a really nice guitar track, instrumental guitar, but it's just, yeah, it's really, really pretty. Or California by Blink.
Oh,
Yeah, I listen to that a lot.
Yeah. I'm constantly changing what I'm listening to, because
Go through a country phase at the moment.
yeah, I find that I almost treat music as like an education, and as I write a lot of songs, I find that the more stuff I sort of discover, then inspires me to try new things.
It sits in you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I find
If I listen to the same thing over and over again, then I don't get any new ideas. I sort of have to listen to new things so I can steal ideas off people to write songs. At the moment, like Holly said, I'm going through a cheesy country phase.
It's ridiculous. I've never heard anything like it.
Have you listened to Dustin and Baggy by Billy Strings yet?
No, you showed it me, Dad.
I know,
you
yes,
played
I
that
know.
song for me. But
I'll come home from work and all I can hear is like, what is it? Is it the Blake Shelton song? It's like,
yeah,
you can name the kids and I'll name the dog. I'm like, what? What's going on?
yeah, listen.
Got two cats.
But I don't know the country stuff well enough to pick a specific artist, but at the minute I just keep playing like loads of different, like there's on Spotify you get the playlists that are on there, and there's like Country Cookout or
Such a good name.
Heartland Cookout, not Cookout, Heartland Country, Heartland Cookout, Cookout everything.
Just
just loads of country stuff at the minute. I don't really know why, and that'll change. I can guarantee next month it'll be something different.
But you can tell because I'll come, like, if Tom writes a song or he's got something in his head, I can tell what music he's been listening to by the song he's written. So, like, when you wrote Full of Moon Blues, you were going through proper, like, blues and proper heavy rock and roll phase. And then he came through the day and he's like, listen to this. and I just got that kind of Sweet Home
Yeah,
Alabama vibe, and I was like,
yeah.
Sweet Home Alabama. I was like, Tom, this is Sweet Home Alabama. He's like, but it's
That's
not
not
though.
It's not.
But it
That
had
wasn't.
that.
No, that's not the country
No,
thing.
but-
I actually. Before I wrote that, I'd listened to a Leonard Skinner album. That wasn't the country phase.
No, that wasn't the country phase. That was the because he had the vinyl, didn't he? And
I think it is.
Yeah, I was working from home.
Southern Delta Blues.
I put the Leonard Skinner album on headphones on the vinyl player, and I thought I had never listened to the album in full, and I just loved it. And it's the one with Freebird on it, and like that.
Oh, just Leonard Skinner.
Yeah. And then a few days later, I was playing the guitar, and something came out that sounded a bit like Leonard Skinner-ish.
I just had it. Anyway, he just started playing, and I just went, "Sweet Home Alabama." He went, "No." I was like, "Yeah." You've written the
I
song.
find it interesting though, because I'm like Tom. Like I listen to so many different so many genres, and I always find I like gravitate towards. Not at the moment. Well, at the moment it's very much pop. Which I'm never usually sort of like a pop person. Like I listen to really heavy stuff or like blues stuff or like classical stuff. But I find like weirdly listening to a lot of fusion sort of drummers, which weirdly works for our dynamic because we have a lot of breakdowns and different stuff that it brings on sort of really nice sort of building fusion sort of stuff in there.
Yeah,
so it is interesting.
It's like when we were going down to Birmingham and we were playing the game of like matching up our music tastes but what we've learned, and what we realised was all these different genres actually come into our style of playing with like, because we have like the funk, like the disco and stuff like that, but then you've also got the Linkin Park.
So me
and all
once
that,
I'm like grooving to Motown stuff, and next thing you know, it's like crawling.
But I think that's it. I think what's good about us is we do have that like varied background in music. So when it comes to
me and you, before we met these guys, we were with two other girls from our old drama school, and we were going to do like a sort of pop band, weren't we?
Yeah,
we were going to be like
the Modern ABBA.
The Modern ABBA.
Yeah, we were going to do that, weren't we? We had like a lot of, it was like Jacob Collier stuff in there, wasn't it?
And then of course my old one was the Skiffle Band, which of course was like more of the country of what you were saying. But yeah.
I could see you in a country band.
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all interlinked though.
With the banjo.
But yeah.
One thing that I noticed was you all sort of chose music that relates to what you do. So you said, when you spoke about it, you talked about how the lead guitar in it was amazing. You were talking about how you like listening to the fusion drums, and you mentioned the bass line of Tame Impala. Just goes to show how passionate you are about what you do within the band itself.
Yeah,
it's really good to see.
He got me.
I was listening.
That's the psychological
Yeah, man. There you go.
I was watching something about that the other day. It's like good bands, the individual instruments that the individuals play, if they're really proficient and really know all the styles within that, you don't really ever. You don't think about like, what, there's 5 people, what do we need to play to make it this thing, like the song is above us and we're all individually like going towards it. Every time we're ever watching stuff back, like there's videos that we've done when we've done gigs, I'm only watching myself. Because I want to know what I'm doing for them, and then other people like will watch for the song and they'll listen to the song, and I don't think I've ever really sat down and listened to one of our songs. I'm always figuring out what my place
without
is.
critiquing yourself.
Yeah.
It's very true that actually. Like if obviously because we're having the documentary filmed, so when we get the footage that Chris and Hazel have done with us. I know where is he? No. I'll look back and I'll be waiting for the moment that I screw up a note, and and that's all I'm focusing on, knowing that it's coming. And I'm like, it's coming, but I'm not listening to anything else going on. I'm just waiting for that. I'm just judging myself, but not in like a I don't know what the word is, that kind of way. As more as to learn and do better next time.
Even if it's like it's not on the file that's got the part, you've been watching through the past bits. It's like expecting that when you get there, you know you're going to hear.
Yeah, and I think half the time I look like, I think I anticipate that it's going to be worse than it is. I don't know, like if it
always feels like that.
Yeah, and then I'll listen to it and go, actually, it's kind of a tell.
No, exactly, and that's what's good.
So have you guys got any new releases on the horizon?
Yeah.
We've got a few. We've not really.
We've not got anything recorded yet.
No, we've
got
hashed out
plans.
ideas of what we were thinking about releasing this year, but we've not. It's not concrete.
Yeah.
We've got new songs that we've done though that will be premiered tomorrow, won't they? Yeah.
Studio time with the captain as well to do music.
Yeah. Audio by the captain.
So we're looking at definitely getting one of our tracks recorded already. That's already in circulation that we do live. And a lot of people have heard that we played over the past year and a half now that we've been gigging. But obviously we've got up and coming material that's hot.
Yeah. It's hot
and flaming. And we need to actually get recorded and sorted. But we're still in like a preliminary stage with those sort of records where I think we like to, debut them live, see what the audience reaction is. Because if they're not vibing off of a song, it's like, what's the point in recording it? Because you sort of feedback's there in an audience really a lot of the time. So
not everything's a single, is it? You've got to work out. Yeah. I think we're definitely at that stage now where we've got to think tactically about what is a single and what are we trying to portray ourselves as going forward. And I think the initial conversations we've had about that are actually, it's exciting that we're sort of looking at maybe 3 this year, maybe some B-sides with them. We're not entirely sure, but...
And they're all different as well, aren't they? Like, they're not just the same kind of...
No, it's very
they're very
peaks
versatile.
And
again, I feel like it comes back to obviously, I think it comes down to the fact that Tom goes through those, because you've written them, you go through those phases of listening to different
That's why I
types
listen
of
to
music.
so much stuff, because it shows in the music that you write. You just, if I listen to the same genre of music, I think I would just write that genre of music. I think you have to branch out, and then you take in those influences, and then they just show from your music, that you write.
Cool. So, are we...
You can front on that one.
Oh.
Got a little list.
So, when you're writing, do you write a lot of the songs, or how does it work? Like, do you all kind of pitch in?
We've done one as like a full-on collective so far. That was random. That was very random how that appeared.
Is that one that's a release?
No. It's our latest song. That I came in with just a riff and went, because we wanted a song that could be like a sort of a short instrumental opening to open a gig, and I went, what about this? And I think Seb said that's too good to be a
don't waste that.
and so we wrote that there and then, and I went back and wrote some lyrics, and then next practice it was sort of complete. It was sort of finished by the end of that practice.
And I wasn't in any of them.
No, you weren't there, were you?
But there was another one as well that we did for the Rock and Roll Queen one, which is never seen. It's still on the cutting room floor, I suppose.
I think that's because I wrote that one, and I'm very, very conscious of the fact that I'm not a songwriter.
Yeah. I think as a 4-piece we were loving it, and then
we will revisit that.
So I think that's it. Like a lot, like when we're in the rehearsal room, we will just have a jam, and then we go, that sounds great, but then we forget it. Do you know when you wish that you were recording the whole apart from Take Me. Yeah, that was
You need to just stick a phone in the corner and just
that's it.
Yeah, we record everything. We just have a phone in the corner.
Yeah, I think the majority of the songs I've written at home, and then so back in the old days when it was just me and Danny, I would record a demo, and I'd just do guitar, vocals, and maybe a bit of shaker or something like that, and then Danny had come and he'd add some bass to it and add some lead guitar to it, and that would be pretty much it.
Add some lead guitar, add some overdubs of said lead guitar, and overdubs on said lead guitar part 2 is 5 different takes.
Well, that would be the collaboration, and now it's sort of I'll write a tune and then you bring it to the band, and you've got everyone adds their bit and their style to it, and then in the end it becomes better than.
Probably goes in different directions than you think it's going to.
That's it.
You said that a while ago, didn't you? About you'll have your way of doing it, and then by the end of it, when it's actually pretty much complete, it's so.
The thing is I don't tend to write many heavy things. I'm more of a sort of melodic sort of. I like the going for melody and softer stuff, and that's just how it comes out. But because like these guys, they're all heavier than me, and I think what that does though. No, but what that does is what that does is you've got the sort of the catchiness of a nice sort of soft rock melodic song with a catchy singing tune or whatever, and then you've got these guys who then rock it up a bit, and then you've got the best of both worlds.
And it's mad, isn't it, when you look back, because I mean when you had, because they're not on there anymore, but originally when you guys would put your songs on Spotify as Little Brother,
the songs that I wrote still existed.
Still do some.
But still, but when you look at like when we used to sing, when you guys did Moving On, and I did the backing vocals on that, and then you look at how we do it now, it's completely different. It's completely different.
It was much more acoustic based.
It doesn't even sound like the same song anymore, but it's
a horror show.
Yeah, there's a few songs like that where it's I've got the lyrics, I've got the tune, the basic structure, and then it's just a case of when you guys then add your bits to it, it takes it in a different direction, and it's still the same song, but it's just a different kind of song.
I think there's times where like it hasn't happened to, so like say with Strangers, I know the first time that you showed us, I think we and we're like, nothing needs to, there's no point, because
it was like slight changes.
Slight things, but like we and we're like, it's such a good song.
Preference.
Some things need.
It's a good song, but we're not doing it tomorrow, aren't we, guys?
We all agree.
Did we?
It's me who doesn't want to do it.
Oh, it's you who doesn't want to do it, isn't it?
Exactly.
I'd rather do that one. Never mind, that's another topic. That's our rival domestic.
Well, to be fair, that does lead on to I think, second to last question. What song in your catalogue are you most proud of?
Ooh. Is this terms of a collective?
Well, I'll ask individually, like it could either be your part that you just feel like you absolutely nailed on it, or just as a full band you just sound the best on.
The concentration.
I feel like what we all sound amazing on, but also I think what I'm most proud of are like separate things.
Fair enough. Well, if you want to give me both, I'll take both.
The question is, what are you most proud of?
Yeah.
So, what song in your catalogue are you most proud of?
I think if I'm being honest, I'm going to say I'm most proud of Moving On. Just because I think it was probably the first song I really kind of put vocals on, and then it's the one song that we've consistently always done. It's always had good feedback, and we always have a good time doing it.
It's one of my favourites.
I think it's all a bit of it's like a guilty pleasure, because it's mad because it's not really a when you listen, it's not a blues rock song like that. It's not to say it's more pop. It's more like down that. I hate to say the word, but it's more down that kind of indie pop rock kind of side of it.
It's like a summer rock song.
It's a feel good song, I think, when you listen to it, and it's. We are obviously, I know we identify as a blues rock and roll band, but it's just one of those songs that we all just seem to have a good time. I think
it's that thing though, like we are blues rock, but like most bands, you always dip into other genres. You always have elements
look at like the Stones, they're rock and roll,
like classic rock and roll.
They did a lot of country and a lot of blues.
Yeah.
So moving on for me. That wasn't a hint.
I'm probably gonna say the latest one.
Yeah, everything you got.
Everything you got. I think I'm proud of all of us because of like the process that we did to get it to where it is, but also it's one of the bass lines that I'm quite proud of. It's like one of those because I like kind of go with the simple it is, the more catchy it is.
More
less is more. So like John Deacon, I know for One Bite Served Us, I think I spoke to you about it. It's one of those bass lines where you listen to it and it gets your feet tapping.
Yeah.
The verse to that it is just the opening. There's loads of songs and like Wolfpack do a song. It's called 3 on E, and it's basically that the E string is just bum, 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 like stuff like that. But it's always on that like open, and yeah, I'm glad that for me, I'm proud that I've taken the influences from all of those and made a bass line that is influenced by so many of those, and just because it's a great song.
I love that song because I feel like it really captures what we said before. It captures literally everyone's influence into a song, like individually from scratch. It's been made with just off one riff, and then it's just weirdly sort of it's just grown into this sort of beast. But it's got so many like different genres all fitting within one song. It's
a good point that you made,
really
actually, that it was all written together. Because I remember you coming back from band practice and you went, we wrote a song, and I was like, it's been 2 hours, what do you mean you've all wrote a song and you got the music down and everything for it? I listened to it and I was like, that's great, and then the only thing I said was it needs another verse.
Yeah, you did say that.
And
I said you're wrong, and then it turned out she wasn't wrong.
You don't own me anymore. No one puts baby in a corner.
But then I think if it wasn't for that, I don't. Because I think at that point we didn't have.
Say it again, love.
It needed that verse.
I don't think we had the ending.
No, we hadn't.
Without that, so if it wasn't for that third verse, we wouldn't have the Beatles / Halo.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's that really sort of nice full sort of beat.
Yeah,
and the thing is as well, like it was you that came. You brought that into the room. That,
the
that
Larkin
finisher
Poe.
sort of thing. Larkin Poe sort of style finish.
So because once again, I was watching a lot of their stuff, and they'd ended on that like.
It's that really big sort of epic sort of ending that's all like really sort of crescendo stops and then big at the end.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm
really
really excited to release this one.
Yeah, it's really big.
Daniel?
Yeah?
What are you most proud of?
I'll just way away.
Just admiring me then.
That's lovely. That's really nice.
I mean, it's probably not one that we do with the band currently, but it's a song that I wrote a long time ago that was just an instrumental to start with, but then Holly put some vocals on it. Lullaby.
I expected to feel like,
that I'm personally proud of because I say it's one of those songs that honestly it started off as an instrumental, just me playing guitar, that I didn't really have anything to do with it. It was just a nice guitar piece that I thought would soothe somebody to sleep. In fact, there was a time, one of my ex-partners, long time ago, we won't say anybody's name because there could be criminal consequences. Basically, I got stabbed in the leg by this person.
There it is.
But either way, forgetting that portion.
You can't say you get stabbed in the leg because people want to go, how did you get stabbed?
So did someone boil the kettle?
But either way, it's like I wrote it at that time for that person so they could go to sleep, but either way, it's like I was proud of it because it was something that I really enjoyed playing it, and I thought it was really nice how it ended. And then Kill puts on a verse to it, and then we both sort of like come together to write other bits to it. Holly comes in and sings it as well, and I just thought, for me personally, this is probably what like it sounds like to have a song that you've written sang by real singers. Because otherwise it'd just be me going. I cannot sing.
Daniel.
Cannot sing. But yeah, it was something I was really proud of.
It's a nice
I completely forgot about that song.
But
it's not a good
that's my
sign
own
when you've said
personal
it
songs. But in terms of like working with the bands, definitely that whole Everything You Got scenario, like you've heard from these two guys, is that it was everybody in the room. Well, minus Holly.
She did have the input.
She did have the input. She did have the input after the fact. But the whole like in the room and working through the music, that was something that in a band that I've never really had before, because a lot of the time is that Kil would come with an idea, I'd come with some ideas, and then it'd just be me and him, and that'd be it, just two ideas bouncing off each other. But to be in a room with like 4 or 3 other heads working on the same thing with their own ideas and having to navigate those and trying to come up with it in a way that everybody's happy with it's a challenge, but it's a liberating challenge at that as well.
And I can remember it was going through that the middle bit with the and I can remember we all sat there and we were just like, this isn't gonna work, because we just couldn't figure it out, and we were like getting stressed about it because we were like, why can't we get this right? Because it sounds
It was
great.
so left to feel. I brought in a polyrhythm basically in the middle section, and everyone was just like, I don't understand how that's gonna fit. And I was like, I could hear it so much in my head, but I just couldn't explain it.
Yeah, you couldn't articulate it.
I was just sort of like, I swear it'll work, I swear.
But then it came down to just like the simplest of changes of like the bass just going dugga 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 dugga, Tom going like
See, we understand all this referencing. Anybody
Yeah.
who's never heard the song is going to be like, what?
Trust me, it'll get played. It'll get played. Don't worry.
But
You guys think this song sounds great?
Curtis doing every noise that
Feel like a Scatman Kurt. But no, I think like it was also a moment for us, I think, where we went, it's good to just sometimes go away and think about something and come back instead of just being there going and like stressing out going, why can't we do this? If there's a part that we couldn't do, we just go, right.
Yeah,
let's leave.
I went to Tom's house and I was like, Tom, I swear it'll work. And he was like, show me. I showed him. He's like, I see now. It's just
we
this.
figured it out.
And we figured it out pretty quick.
So,
I think mine is Full Moon Blues because.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah.
Well, one, it's
Joe shared it.
It's on slide
Cheers,
guitar.
Joe.
I'm a big fan
Hello.
of slide guitar, and I think it was the first thing I'd written on slide. I was still trying to figure out how to play it, and that was the first thing that I wrote on slide guitar. And it that song sort of captures everything that I was trying. It captures the sound that I wanted the band to have. Like I think that sort of just. The swampy blues rock
like
sort
Delta
of
blues thing.
Yeah, electric swampy blues, and I didn't intend to write a song like that, but that's just sort of what came out, and I followed it down that path, and that's where it ended up. But I really like the lyrics that I came up with it on that song as well. I think when you write a song, sometimes you'll have a really great melody, but the lyrics might not be quite as good as you want them to be, or you'll have really great lyrics, but they're not quite. The song itself isn't as good as it could be, but every now and again you get one where the lyrics are really good and the song itself is really good, and they come together, and I felt like that happened on that song. And yeah, it just captures what the type of it's the type of song I want to write, and yeah, I haven't done one since. But, right, yeah. Not like that, and I probably won't. It's they just because it's like
Never
Holly
say
said.
never.
It's like Holly said. That's what I was into at that time. That's what I was listening to, and that's portrayed itself in the song. I've done that now. And it's now on to the next thing. What am I going to do next? And I think that's partially because one thing about us as well is none of our songs sound the same. They're all very different, and I think that's part of it. It's not settling. It's like once you've written one kind of song, it's like what's the next kind of song?
We wouldn't have an album that literally sounds like track one is not it won't sound the same as 3 or
no, everything's
5.
different.
Yeah.
Massively different from each other.
We're excited to hear what else you're going to release. Very excited. So to finish off, we were wondering where do you think in the Northwest? Where do you believe has the strongest music scene in the Northwest? Because we are Northwest Connection. Where would you say have the strongest music scene?
I think Wigan's in with a shout.
Wigan is in with a shout.
Yeah.
Definitely would say Wigan.
There's
So many great bands
thing
have
is as
come
well-
from like the Wigan, Manchester area.
But when you speak to people of like in the Northwest about music, when you go to different venues doing gigs, and you say that you're from Wigan, like when we went to Birmingham and did the Raw Sound thing.
Yeah.
We mentioned that we were from Wigan, and they said, "Oh, we've had loads of bands from Wigan." I think that's there is and we always say that there is a really good music scene in Wigan at the minute. There's lots of bands.
I think my argument to that is that if people realise that, we used to have Hayfest. I think if the local sort of the council, or if not, other people within the sort of area realise the talent pool that's here. I mean, you only have to look at the really successful bands that are coming out of this area, and there's so many different genres. If they had a bigger platform to be able to utilise that, it's even so off the back of Tom's point there. This area is doing so well. The Lathams are coming back. But instead of having a local band to come and support them, they've got Jake Bugg.
Yeah.
You've got Liam, is it Liam or Noel Gallagher? Noel Gallagher, and then you've also got Richard Ashcroft. There's no local bands. It should be a
distributing them out. There's so many they could just all
network.
I mean, that's why we set up this, because there's so many good bands in the area. We just thought we need a voice, don't we?
The voice stays sort of on the floor, if we want to call it that, but the higher authorities need to realise, and it's not just say like, oh, give Wigan everything, it's more give a bit more of a platform to be able to utilise that.
But it's really nice to see that they use, like, because the stadium's the only place to have a big venue, unlike other than completely outdoors. Like, I know there was something that happened in Hay Hall quite a while ago.
Hayfest.
Was that Hayfest? Yeah,
Hayfest
that's absolutely perfect.
Was it 2001?
That was a long time ago. Yeah.
Last one was 2010, 2011.
Yeah, we were probably there.
Completely closed it.
Yeah, we were there, and it was a roasting day.
Sunburn, yeah. But that was great, because that was just local bands, wasn't it? And it was a proper festival.
Was that just in front of the house?
Was it what?
That was in front of the
right,
Hay Hall,
and then with golf course right on down the hill.
They played all that huge deal with the walkways.
It's a shame they can't bring it back, or something be done like that again. Not necessarily like with the same people who did it last time. I mean, I don't know anything about it. I've never really ventured to Wigan until met you.
It was when we were in college that was going on, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I know when
That's how long ago it was. Jeez.
When I, of course, with the gestures, we did quite a few stuff at Hay Hall, and I can remember one event we did two of them, and they'd brought in this massive screen, and they were playing films on there, and all of the families were sat like on the like hill part, and we were playing out front. But that again, it was kind of like the Hayfest when there was the stage was quite small, but there was loads of people, and like events like that to get local bands in to do that, or even having like a festival to celebrate local bands, and then having someone like the Lathams who are going to headline, because then you have like sort of, these are all of the bands who are around here that most people in Wigan might not
get the chance to see.
I didn't realise that this band's here.
As good as
do you know what I mean?
That sounds like an absolutely class idea.
Yeah. I've had it in my head for a while that I genuinely want to chase it. Like, you can probably tell by my face, it annoys me. Just because I think, especially like I trained as an actor in Wigan, how me and Kurt met each other. There's such a pool of talent that's sort of untouched. But why? Why does it have to stay that way? Give people the opportunity, similar to this place, isn't it?
Because there's not too many venues, just even small venues in Wigan, other than like pubs. Until you start to get to like Manchester and Liverpool, there are loads and loads of brilliant venues.
Even though there isn't these venues, the bands are all circulating. So that's how kind of alive it is.
You
Like
have to look at the demographic
everywhere,
within this sort of region, this sort of Wigan, sort of Lee area. They're changing the whole of King Street to make it more accessible for people that want to have culture. They're doing up all of the old school theatre to really push that again. You know, there's local promoters, local venues. There's like sort of three major ones in the centre of Wigan that are doing well. Like, why couldn't there be an influx of like 10?
Absolutely.
A bigger venue.
Most of my clients are Wigan bands.
But thank you so much for taking. How long's it been? Almost 2 full hours.
That's it.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's 5 to 9.
And half an
So,
hour
yeah.
talking about crisps.
We really appreciate it, and a massive thank you to your wonderful cameraman who stood up in the same place for 2 hours. Go and take a sip, my guy. Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks very
It's
much.
been
Thank
lovely.
you.
Thank you.